that time you have to remember there was no internet, there were no phones, so even the scouting part of it, you might have a college coach come scout you, but it wasn't like this crazy phenomenon with bloggers and everything. Nobody knew who really the top 10 players were going to be. They didn't have articles written every day. So it was much quieter. In fact, what most people don't know is 1971 when I get drafted, the draft was actually 20 rounds long. And the last player in the draft was the 237th player drafted. Now think about that. And I always laugh because I said the NBA should have given out certificates that you at least got drafted, like a triathlon, because I think that guy would have won a lot of bar bets, you know. And so, but you didn't think of it. Like I wasn't thinking I'm going to get drafted, you know. And when you did find out, and the way you found out was they didn't have the draft like they did on TV now. Your coach got a call from the NBA and said, hey, your guy got drafted, he calls you, and it was much more low key and everything. I was one of those players, I think, that I played for 7 years, and I was able to do it because I think my intangibles were probably better than my skills. Like my skills were good enough to play in the league, but I was smart, I was tough mentally, I physically worked hard, I picked up things quickly, and I was great at picking veterans' minds. Mm-hmm. Like they'd show you little techniques, how to hold, how to elbow, how to get away. And I played in the Baker League in Philadelphia my first summer, and it was one of the great summer leagues back then. And I played against a lot of ex-NBA guys like Earl Monroe and guys like that. So I got kind of an advanced course before training camp started. And when I went into training camp, I felt like I was so far ahead of all the other kind of rookies we brought in. And yeah, so I had anybody that plays in the NBA for any length of time, you go, hey, it was great. Yeah, so I would have liked to have only played for maybe one team and settled down, but I was kind of what I called the See America Free program, 5 teams in 7 years. My last year playing, I suffered an ankle injury, and it was just taking forever to come back. And Kevin Lockery was my coach at the time, and Kevin had to waive me, because I just wasn't making any progress. And he said to me, hey, look, I think you might enjoy coaching. Give me a call at the end of the season, and we'll see what's going on. And again, karma or whatever enters the picture, and Rod Thorne was his assistant, and Rod took the general manager job with Chicago, with the Bulls. So Kevin had an opening. And so we began to talk, and I ended up joining him on the bench for my first season. So I think I was 28 or something like that. Yeah, so it was just a great opportunity, and I had not thought about coaching. It was just something that kind of opened up that I loved basketball. I didn't want to just leave it. So it worked out pretty good.